Cildo Meireles is a Brazilian conceptual artist. He was born in 1948 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. He's known for his conceptual projects and his involvement within the neo-concretism movement. Neo-concretism rejected the rationalism of abstract geometries for more sensory and participatory works that engage the body as well as the mind. When Meireles was a young kid, living in the countryside of rural Brazil, he had an impactful experience that led him towards the artist path. While he was walking, he saw an impoverished man wandering through the trees. The next day, he returned to investigate. However, the man was gone, and the only thing left remaining was a small hut. Meireles said that this hut was perhaps the most decisive thing for the path that he followed in life, the possibility one has of making things and leaving them for others. The first piece that I'll be talking about today is the Coca-Cola project, as a part of his insertions into ideological circuits that lasted from 1970 to 1976. As you can see, Coca-Cola bottles are being used as a part of a conceptual project that he created for the 1970 MoMA exhibition Information. This project, as well as banknotes, both deal with themes of circulation and the creation of a new way to distribute art. Within galleries, they are presented in a line, each preceding bottle being progressively emptier, with transparent labels only to be revealed when returned, refilled, and sold again. Through this project, he explored the concept of taking a product within circulation and recontextualizing it by adding political statements, instructions, and questions. The Coca-Cola bottles symbolize U.S. imperialism, commercialism, and global capitalist consumerism. The act of altering this product was a way for him to protest the American company being brought to Brazil. This piece has a heavy emphasis on American consumerist culture by taking a widely known symbol of Western popular culture. Meireles transforms it into an audacious political declaration. This piece was an act of protest against the American-funded military that was ruling Brazil during the time of its creation. The political climate was influential to this piece's original formation. At risk of being censored by the government, Meireles created a new way to circulate the message to a broad audience without having to risk negative repercussions of his critique. Insertions into ideological circuits was based upon three principles as defined by Meireles. The first one was, in society, there are certain mechanisms for circulation, this being circuits. 2. These circuits clearly embody the ideology of the producer, but at the same time, they are passive when they receive insertions into the circuit. And 3. This occurs whenever people initiate them. According to Meireles, the purpose of insertions was to literally insert critical thought into a large system of circulated information. While physically the same, the object becomes ideologically different into a pre-existing system in order to counteract the original circuit without disrupting it. Meireles screen-printed text onto the Coca-Cola bottles that were supposed to encourage the buyer to become aware of their personal role in a consumerist society. Banknotes is another project created by Meireles with a similar concept. He recontextualizes an object that is mass-produced and circulated throughout the country. To the right, you can see the piece, Who Killed Herzog?, referring to a journalist who died in police custody under suspicious circumstances. Meireles stamped the banknotes on both sides, his message appearing on one side and the work's title and the artist's statement of purpose on the other. This project simultaneously conveyed anti-imperialist and anti-capitalist messages. Meireles was able to critique the Brazilian government without having to face negative repercussions or censorship. I am personally inspired by his ability to enact social change through art.